Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Hope your day's starting out well. Appreciate you joining me. Whether you join live and comment, listening later at a replay, listening to the audio podcast on one of the channels. Appreciate all of you. I'm sitting here drinking out of my Flathead mug cup. Flathead Lake is a lake that's a little bit north of here in Missoula. Huge lake in Montana. Great lake for a lot of recreational activities. Family and I have enjoyed going up there at various times and have some fun. So I'm drinking out of that mug this morning. Hope you're drinking your favorite beverage out of your favorite mug, whether that's coffee, tea, or water or something else. Sunday, they arrested a 17-year-old student down in Florida. He had been posting online pictures of different firearms, some things that look like explosives, knives, a black vest, and making threats that he was going to shoot up a neighboring school there in Florida. It wasn't his school that he was threatening. It was a school apparently a little ways away. When he was arrested, determined that the firearms were actually airsoft. Now, if you're not familiar with airsoft firearms, they're not real, okay? But they look real. I actually take an airsoft handgun to my active shooter response training because I show people, because some of the people that are in my classes aren't familiar with firearms, and I can show them parts and different things with the airsoft, and it looks and feels real. And it's easier for me to travel with. I don't have to declare it and everything like I would if I was traveling with real firearms. And that's why I use the airsoft. They're safe. I can travel with them. Although once in Washington, D.C., when I was doing some training out there in Virginia, I was on my way home. I'm sitting at the gate waiting for my plane, and I get a phone call on my phone telling me to go back to TSA. They mistook it for an actual firearm that wasn't declared. As I got up to TSA, I heard one of those officers say, "Oh, it's just an airsoft." And then I told them who I was, and they said I should have told people, which I did. When I check my bags, I tell them it's training weapons only. And I got a big sheet of paper. You open the case, and it's training weapons only. No live ammunition, no actual firearms, training gear. But they still got uptight about that one and thought the airsoft was real. So obviously this kid has pictures of airsoft. You can't tell if it's real or not from a picture or a video online. He was gone and he was arrested. Now, that's still a crime. And he's arrested for the threat of a school shooting. And that's serious business too. And that's why I don't know if the kid was legitimately wanting to go shoot up a school and he had access to real firearms, or was this just a joke? And he was using these airsoft weapons and trying to be a joke on the internet. I don't know. We don't have that information. Either one is wrong. The takeaways from this: when the video is seen online, law enforcement was notified, they reacted quickly, and they arrested the guy. And that's what we need done. Because if they would have been actual firearms and he was actually planning an actual attack, they stopped it and they saved lives. And we need more of that. And that's why so many of these killings have had warning signs people have ignored. We can't ignore them. We've lost too many lives. So when you see those warning signs, we have to notify the authorities. They have to act. They did up this case. Nobody was killed. Now, if it was just a joke and he didn't plan on killing people, we can't have that going on either. That is against the law. It can be considered a terrorist threat under certain statutes. And we need to stop that because there have been too many people killed, too many families destroyed to make that into a joke and just be scaring people and putting people into fear like that. what is wrong with people that they have these ideas, that they think that's fun, that they think that's something to do, whether it's a threat or an actual killing? That's what we really need to work on. And I will be honest, I don't have expertise in that. I have expertise on what to do when the bullets are flying. I have expertise on how to harden targets and do things like that. I don't have the expertise to know what's going on in somebody's mind. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not medically trained in those areas. I can put a tourniquet on you and I can save your life if you're hurt, but I can't figure out the mental stuff. We need more professionals figuring out why kids, why people in general, but especially the kids, are doing these kind of things. You know, when my daughter was 17, she was focused on getting into an Ivy League college and doing all the activities and things at school that she needed to do that. And then I remember one day she came to me, she wanted to take Reflex Protect to school because the stuff going on TikTok around the country was it was going to be a day of active shooters, you know, and it turned out, I mean, and they had heightened security at schools all over the country and different things. Now, officially, she's not allowed to take Reflex Protect to school, but I told her if nobody knew she had it, she could take it. And I did let her take Reflex Protect to school to give her at least some kind of tool to fight back if violence happened. What is going on? I don't know. I don't know the reason. I know when I was a kid, we all had guns. We all had knives, took knives to school, but we weren't killing each other. We weren't even thinking about it. What has made it so different? I don't have all those answers, but we do need to be vigilant. And when we see stuff like what was online this weekend, we need to report it to the authorities and get it stopped as quick as possible, like they did in Florida, to keep people from being killed. And they've done this. This is just one example of many that I decided to talk about because they are stopping these kids from doing things. And that's a good thing. We need more of, because we don't need more terrible school killings like we've had in the last couple decades. More than a couple decades. If we want to go back to Columbine, 2.5 decades there. We've lost too many lives, destroyed too many families, and we need to work at doing everything we can to prevent it. And I'm glad this was prevented, whether it was actual or just a joke. I'm glad he was stopped this Sunday down in Florida. Dixon's here. Good morning, Dixon. Dixon says, just like it's not funny to yell fire in a crowded theater. Exactly. And it's why it's illegal to yell fire in a crowded theater. If people were to stampede out and get hurt, you'd be prosecuted for those injuries. And people can die being trampled. So I mean, none of that is funny. And I don't know why some of these kids think it's a cool joke to threaten a school killing. Dixon also said, do you need to have proper credentials to know someone is batshit crazy? Legitimate question. Legally, I think we do. And I was actually even criticized for my book, Survive a Shooting, because there were times I didn't use the official medical terms because I said, you're crazy. Something's wrong up here. If you're going to take a weapon someplace and start killing innocent people, yeah, you're batshit crazy. There is something wrong with your brain if you're going to just go kill innocent people. That's not a medical diagnosis. Obviously, I can't say they're crazy legally, medically, that would hold up into a court of law. Although I think all of us can understand there is something wrong with a person that wants to go kill innocent people. I mean, I can understand a lot of killing. You come home, you find your significant other with someone else, and you go into a blind rage and kill them. I can understand what happened there. You know, I can understand you're a drug addict and you go kill somebody to steal from them. I can understand why it happened, okay? It's wrong, but I understand it. But to walk into a school and start killing little kids, to walk into a mall or a movie theater or wherever you want to go, a church, and just start killing people that you don't even know, have done nothing to you? I don't get that. And there's got to be something wrong. And like you said, you got to be sort of batshit crazy. There's something mentally wrong with you. But I don't have the proper credentials to make that diagnosis or to state that medically or legally in a court of law, where you would convict somebody or determine that they are mentally ill or whatever the proper term is. I don't think we're supposed to use crazy. And that's why somebody criticized some of the language in my book when I said people are crazy, mentally screwed up when you go and do something like that. And if that's the only criticism you can find in the book, so be it, because I still believe that. But yeah, Dixon, like you, I don't get it. That's what I wanted to share today, people. Good job on those that reported the kid in Florida. Good job on the law enforcement that responded, arrested him without incident, no lives lost. Maybe they can get that kid help that he needs and turn him into a productive citizen and productive member of society, because he's definitely was going down the wrong road with the actions and things he was doing. And we need more of that and less of the actual violence. I'm actually going to be teaching some Reflex Protect classes this week. Got one going at a church tomorrow, one at a hospital on Friday, helping a library do some stuff on Thursday. You know, the stuff's going on, and it pays to be prudent. If I can help you, your organization, get in touch with me. My information's out there on all my social media channels. You can go to enjoylifesafely.com, get a free ebook on staying safe, join my newsletter, get more information there, because that's what I'm here for, to help people enjoy life and do it safely. Everybody make it a terrific Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow.